Debt counseling firms find that consumers start running into trouble once their debt repayments exceed around 40% of their take-home pay, especially if the majority of that debt is short-term in nature, such as personal loans, credit cards, and car finance. When we start to use our credit lines because we're constantly living beyond our means, that credit can very quickly turn into a debt spiral. Once you're spending 40% of your income on repaying debt, you have very little room to absorb an emergency. And most consumers end up in debt review due to an emergency that pushes that debt payment well above the 40% level. At this point, finances come under pressure, the consumer pushes loans out further or starts to miss repayments. This increases their risk profile, increasing the cost of credit and worsening that debt cycle. So what is a manageable debt level? This would depend on your personal circumstances and other obligations you may have. But here's a rule of thumb. A home loan is considered a healthier debt than short-term debt, as it is an asset that increases in value. So you could have a higher debt repayment threshold than someone who only has short-term debt. If your home loan repayment is 30% of your income, you could have another 10% in the form of car finance and other loans. However, if your debts are all short-term in nature, and this would include car finance, personal loans, and credit card debt, then you should aim to keep those repayments at a maximum of 30% of your income. If debt repayments are already making a significant amount of your budget, start by paying off those shorter-term loans before considering taking on longer-term debt, such as a home loan. Remember, a credit provider will give you as much credit as they feel comfortable with, but that doesn't mean you will be comfortable. Make your credit work for you. I am Maya Fisher-French.